back, guys.
Yeah, back again. What's up?
What's up, everybody? Episode 21, I believe.
What's up, TV land?
But
yeah.
Welcome back to Flying Triangle Studios. And
Yeah.
if you can't see me yet, because I'm holding up the new flyer, it is going to be seen at the Million Mass March
Yeah, it's gonna be fucking awesome, dude.
in Washington, D.C.
We're gonna be there. Everybody's gonna
November
be
the
there.
5th.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Which is tomorrow. But you'll hear this in the future.
Yeah, leaving tonight. So we're gonna do this podcast, and then we'll come back with everybody that marched, and we're gonna do a podcast after to tell you people
It's gonna
exactly
be amazing.
exactly what it's about. So
I won't be there.
Don't fucking miss it. Don't miss it at all, because we're gonna say exactly what happened there. We're gonna let the people know,
One
because it's
half
all
of
about
Twin
free
Leaks
speech.
will be there. Let's just say.
Yeah, I'll be there. The eyes and ears. I'll be there.
Ryan is the eyes and ears, and I am fucking at home base here in
the
new Flying Triangle Studios.
Yeah, we got the new setup. It's gonna be amazing. We changed up about everything. We got the globe sitting up top to represent so much
first guests
energy
are gonna love
everywhere.
it.
Yeah, the first guests are on the new podcast. They're absolutely love it.
They're gonna love it.
I just like watching the transformation that we've come from. Like, if you go back and just watch our first episode that has nothing but like audio, and it's not even good audio.
I
and
know.
now we're here. Now we're here. Are you serious? It's just evolving so fast.
It's amazing.
And it's showing
bro.
people a real process, how shit doesn't get done where you're just like, oh, I have a bunch of money, so I'm just going to buy everything and hire some dude to do everything for me. No, this is us learning to do it ourselves. You know what I mean? This isn't anything fake. This is evolving.
Yep.
Just like the people are evolving
The little
nowadays.
steps, dude. It's
Yep.
the little steps, man. And I don't know. That's all it takes.
It's the little steps that count, bro.
Yeah. I mean, we're...
It's the little steps that count.
And that's what we're doing. Little steps.
Well, with that, what do you want to? I really want to get into this march and why I'm going to the march, at least.
Or why we're supporting the march.
Why we're supporting Anonymous. Why we're supporting freedom of thought and freedom of mind, and it's basically all. It's all for the right reasons. It's all to take our country back into our hands. You know what I mean? This is for the people, by the people. This isn't. I've said that many times, and I know I have, but that's what it is. That's what this country is. It's not for the 1%. Like, if you realize what Halliburton does and like what they are,
man.
and like
it's so deep.
like the entities that are behind every election, it's ridiculous.
So
it's
deep.
businesses, and it's just all owned by money, and you'll never have a shot at that top spot as long as you're letting the system rule you. And people are content
You'll
with
never
that.
know, dude.
They're content with that. They're content with being the lower class. Like, that's what you are. You're a peasant to them. They could like kill you in an instant and not think of it. You know what I mean? Like, this is ridiculous. What we're
that's
living.
just how they operate, dude.
It's
we're
ridiculous. Yeah, we're a number on a clock, and that's bullshit. I want to
in
a clock.
We're a 1 and a 0.
Oh, yes, 1 and a 0. I don't think many people know about the binary concept, though. If you do,
should we explain it? How about we need to start explaining things we're talking about instead of just like rambling on about it.
Yeah, let's go into a little bit of binary theory. All right. How do you think of it? I think of it more as a left brain thing.
Binary theory is computer language. It's the language of the computer. It's a 1 and a 0. Ones and zeros make pictures. It makes everything.
Yeah. So if you can make images with 1s and 0s on a screen, why can't our whole reality that we view be 1s and 0s?
It might be
on a screen.
Because
that's how we're perceiving shit.
It could be.
And we're in a computer. Who knows? But that's a great way to look at things. Also, the left brain perceives 1s and 0s, like mathematical calculations. Everything male, mathematical calculations. Then the right brain perceives more like open, free thought, just like fluid motion, like dancing and praying and all that stuff is from the right brain, and art and music but it's actually music evolves from a comprehensive thought of both left and right brain. You know what I mean?
Whoa.
Because you're thinking with numbers, and you're also like feeling the rhythm. Well, that's true music. Some people don't really know how to do that. They just go either 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4, or they just feel it. But after a while, I feel like any practice, if you do it enough, you'll become a professional.
Absolutely.
It's all about willpower. You know what I mean? It's all about willpower.
People say it's that 10,000 hours, dude. You won't become a professional in anything until you log that 10,000 hour.
Yeah, what did Bruce Lee say? You're not professional with any punch, or you're not an expert with any punch unless you throw it like
no, he says
10,000 times.
I don't fear a man that practice a kick, or what did he say? He said, I don't fear a man that knows 1,000 kicks. I fear a man who practice one kick 1,000 times.
Yeah, exactly.
Or something like that.
And that has a lot to do with focusing on your goals. You know what I mean? Keep a focus on stuff. But I guess I could say I have a focus, but it's not focused enough for most people's gaze. I like to pursue like different things in reality, you know
right.
what I mean? Like different aspects of it all at the same time, like philosophy, science, how that intercorrelates with this. Everything is absolutely connected in every different way you could possibly think of.
Well,
because
for sure.
We're just neurons in a big brain, you know what I mean? Just electrical signals, electrical impulses on a fucking vibrational frequency.
The planet is a brain.
The planet is a being.
Yes.
And we're living on that being as maybe microscopic animals to it.
Yes.
That it's not even aware of.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like,
well, no, the Earth when it becomes.
I'm sure it's aware of us.
That's
now
what like the movie The
that
Happening is about.
We fuck it up so much. Yeah, that's
And
what I was thinking. Like people have gone to crazy possibilities like that. Like, what if the Earth just started fighting back one day and was just like, all right, I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of you things that's destroying me. I'll just kill you all. You know what I mean?
Just murder everybody.
Who knows? The Earth has the power. You know what I mean? You can't. That's the gods. The planets are the gods. You know what I mean? So don't fuck with the gods. And I was just thinking about gods today. I was like, I was looking at the sky, at the sun, and I was like, hey, look, there's Jesus Christ. But many people don't know that. They don't know the story about the Son and Jesus, and I don't really want to get into it too much because people get really offended when they hear anything about that. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Which it's just,
subject.
Dude, it's just a lock on a box, dude. That's like, oh, who are you trying to be? Like Jesus, telling all this wise wisdom, trying to be like fucking like a prophet or something. It's just like, no, I'm just trying to be a spiritually enlightened person.
Just
like
trying to do.
Like. And just learn from the lessons throughout time, dude.
Yep.
If you take anything literally, you're a fool. Like right away. Like if you take any like meaningful, super meaningful thing literal as a literal thing, then you're a fool. Because everything
you just can't be married to any
everything
idea.
applies to the subconscious. Yeah, it's because you're on a ever flowing wave that just shifts, constantly shifts. You know what I mean?
Every day, shifting in time.
What's the difference between days?
What do you mean days? What's
days?
the difference between days?
Like my little brother doesn't understand the concept of today, tomorrow, and yesterday.
Really?
He thinks they're all merged. Yeah, which it got me thinking like, well, that's a weird,
that's
like
a very
breaking
weird
breaking free of like what today and yesterday are.
That's
you know what I
very
mean? Because it's
interesting,
like, what separates today, yesterday, and tomorrow? Oh, the changes within. It's just observing the changes, right? Because if there was no changes, how would you be able to tell the difference in the days? If there was no temperature change, if there was no sky change, you know what I mean? It's all the changes that we observe that we can tell what time is. That's what really time
that's
is.
So interesting.
It's observing change.
He doesn't understand the concept of days.
Yeah. He's like, oh, the Penguins won today. And it was like
last
night.
Or last night or yesterday or whatever.
Yeah. And it's just like, it's all one. You know
It's
what I
all-
mean? That's what we were going
it's
back
so
into,
weird.
like the double helix. People are thinking it's just a strand just floating like that. No, it's not a strand just floating like that. It's actually looped back on itself. You know what I mean? To where it
Yes.
makes a circle.
You were explaining that to me today, and I was like, I never understood that concept.
Well, if you go into deep meditation, you can understand all sorts of things about your inner life, and just have an idea in your head and just research it when you meditate, and you'll find the answer, and you'll see it in a 3D projection. Like what I see when I meditate is exactly what I think happens when you meditate, and why it's so important to do. It's literally neurons are firing in your head more, and you're observing your life because you're going back through memories and all kinds of past dreams and absolutely everything you could think of, emotions. I've gone through all kinds of stuff in my meditation where I feel the emotion I felt that day. Like, it's so powerful.
Right.
And you just deal with these things. And in a way, like, your mind knows to just, all right, that's a bad memory. And you go through it and you just throw it out. Throw out the electrical connectors in your brain that connect to that feeling. You know what I mean? Because that's all it is. That's why depression and anxiety get worse and worse over the years, because people make those neural connections stronger. So they actually, like, they make themselves more susceptible to that behavior. But when you meditate, it's just like a freeing experience into your own mind. You get to, like, connect these neural connectors, fire off receptors a lot better and clearer, and just get a whole clearness of thought to your mind and to your body and to your energies. It's not even about energies; it's about your glands. That's what it truly is. Like, that's all the chakras really represent, are glands in your body that you can activate through stimulation of your sexual energy all the way up to your pineal gland, which is just your sexual fluids. All you have to do is there's a certain time every month where you get the seed, they call the seed of consciousness, and it sits in your lower chakra or your sexual organs. And if you abstain for however long you choose to, you can raise the seed all the way up to the pineal line. And what it's doing is raising this fluid through the glands. The glands are actually pumping more and more, and it's raising this fluid all the way up into there's like a core, inside your mind. It's like a little round core kind of, and it holds the pineal gland in it, and then it holds I think it's the hypothalamus or whatever. What's the other gland by it that produces serotonin?
What did you just call it?
The hypothalamus? No, that's part of the brain.
Yes.
What's in the middle?
Oh.
The little produces serotonin right behind the pineal gland. They're right by each other. Well, anyway, they're right in the same cavern.
We'll find out.
So that's what everybody talks about. That's what all these ancient stories talk about. This is the main thing you gotta do if you want to be enlightened. Basically, I'm giving out, like, secret knowledge right now, and probably like 75% of the people are probably not going to take this seriously at all and not do any of this and not respect my opinion. But I say it anyway, because this is really important. If you abstain for a while and over meditation every day, if you meditate every day, twice a day, only 20 minutes a day, really. I have different techniques for meditation if you want to message me and get in touch that way. But that's a subject for a different conversation
altogether.
But if you really want to open your third eye and see from a different perspective and see from the different light that we keep talking about, and getting to these binary theories and why we're talking about this shit and why we're not just talking about mainstream sports and football and all this stuff, you can just easily do it yourself. That's the way that I did it, at least. How have you done it? How have you learned to, like, see past what there is?
To see past
what reality wants you to believe there is, when there really isn't. But there is at the same time.
When or how do I do it?
How did you begin to do it? How did you
begin to, like, awaken?
What was your awakening path? Because I want to talk about that, because mine was interesting, but I don't want to get into myself too much. Because that might help some. Well, I think you have a relatable perspective that could help a lot of people out.
Movies, comics, film, video games, a lot of different mediums that just made me think, like, outside the box.
Yeah, but what do you mean? Go into detail. Like, don't just generalize. Go into, like, meaningful things that happened to you that you remember that, like, really helped you apply your knowledge to one thing, or, like, that helped you to evolve your brain in a way where you saw a different perspective.
Psychedelics?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'll chalk that up on the psychedelics board. What psychedelic in particular you think?
Well, marijuana was the first one that made me start a little awakening here.
People
and there.
don't even realize that that's psychedelic.
Mushrooms the first time, but it was a more party experience than anything.
Yeah.
and then Molly, and with a mixture of something else, a substance that shall not be named.
Yeah, Molly, fucking amazing.
But,
It's MDMA, pure MDMA, not fucking shit that you'd get in a crack. This shit, like, there's researchers.
It was very interesting.
Yeah, there's researchers going in on, like, I've been talking for weeks. The MAPS Association handles all that stuff, and they do Molly and psilocybin and
sure they
research for people to help them to. And what it's really helping you to do is see different perspectives of your life, because you view yourself in different eyes and in a different way. So it helps you cure all your problems, because really problems are just you not facing yourself in the mirror of life. That's all it is. There's a mirror
Problems
of life.
are things you're avoiding.
Yeah, that's it. That's all it is. It's fucking. That's the only problems you're bringing up your life, because it's this negative energy you're pushing out, and it's reflecting back on you. And if you deal with it, you'd go right through it. But since you push it away, it pushes back.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That's what all these problems are. But I don't know, dude. Like, what were you saying? Like, how did the psychedelics help you see in a different way? Like, what did you realize?
I don't know how. I just did.
Not how, but like, what did you realize? Like,
What do you mean?
like what happened? What is the change from beginning to end on psychedelics? Like, I probably have way more expertise on this, but
yes.
like, I could get into a whole. We could get into a whole psychedelic conversation.
I have yet to do my third.
Oh yeah, your third trip to MDMA. MDMA is a 3-timer. I wouldn't use it any more than that.
Lifetime.
Three
and you're done forever.
No, 3 and you're done for a while, a long while.
Because, I think 3 and you're done forever.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it's
because seriously, it's that.
Yep.
And people I'm not saying you're not you're not on drugs. It's just like your brain just starts working. It's really hard to explain.
It's like you took Adderall, but the Adderall lasts forever.
No,
it doesn't have any side effects, and also lets you perceive.
It's just like everything you've been like.
It's an enhanced, dude. It's enhanced mushrooms. That's all it is. Imagine mushrooms. If you had a mushroom trip, or if you've taken weed before. All right, if you smoked weed, imagine that times 100, but your brain is more capable of handling everything that's coming in.
Oh, I know.
Like, everything still comes in, but it comes in right at the beginning. It's like super intense, because you literally your consciousness vibrates. I put it in this perspective because that's what I felt. That's what I understood at the moment. That, like, my eyes were vibrating, so my consciousness is therefore vibrating. Therefore, it's raising my frequency to a different perspective, and I can understand more and take in more. And that's what it really did for me. And that's why I feel like it does for everybody, because everybody I've ever seen do Molly is honestly just up to a higher perspective, or they do it too much and Molly starts taking back, because these drugs are not meant to be abused, people. These are not drugs. They are literally medicinal plants,
for healing any problem.
For healing everything, like ayahuasca, like mushrooms, everything. They're all for healing.
So
it's not meant to be abused. Once you start abusing these powers that we have, these abilities that tap into the sacred realms of thought and consciousness, and then you start abusing your mind. You start abusing the tool. You're just gonna destroy yourself. And I have almost been there. I've walked down the path to where I've done.
People have done it.
Too much drugs and almost got stuck and felt like I was gonna get stuck in that wonderland. You know what I mean?
Land.
But I didn't, and I came back, and I learned a lot. Like, I was able to see so much, and then still come back from, like, the inside of Alice's hole. You know what I mean? Some people get stuck. Like, that's what I feel like what happened to the hippies. There was too much LSD, so it just totally destroyed their whole movement. They thought it was great because everybody was tripping.
Too much.
Yeah, but they did too much. They abused it. Like, that's why there was so much fuel in the beginning of the fight for like stopping the war, and stopping the war, and then everybody started doing so much LSD, and then it was just kind of like brain melted. I've seen it before. Like, I've seen it happen to people. I've seen the people afterwards. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying that the LSD back in the day wasn't tested, and now this shit's coming out nowadays that's tested in scientific laboratories, manufactured for what other reason than this? You know what I mean? Why did MDMA come out but to enhance mankind's mind? Because we have a different perspective on this. I believe that psychedelics can be used to empower the mind to beyond a computer could to everything, to do everything. Absolutely everything, to unlock whatever ability you want to do. Because today, for instance, I was firebending with a candle. You never fucking experienced that, but it's fucking amazing. I've airbended. I've done shit like that, but people won't believe me because they haven't experienced. It's all about the experience. I don't care if you see something, as long as you don't experience it, you don't know, you don't understand the way it works and why it works. You know what I mean? It all goes into plasma theory. It all goes into this and that, and I can get there for days. But I'm telling you, psychedelics can unlock the point in the mind that we need to evolve and realize that we are the greatest computer ever fucking made. Ever. We can never make a better one because we are that computer. We just forgot we are. Somehow, I don't know how, so I'm not going to get into that. Someone does, I'm sure. Well, if we all forgot, then no one does, but... we all whatever we felt this lower vibration, but we are so much more capable of doing what we think machines can do for us. You know what I mean? Like Egyptians back in the day didn't have machines. Ancient civilizations didn't have machines, but they had this super intelligent consciousness and thought and vibration. They knew like what this realm truly was and how they could control it and how they could be the gods. They could act like the gods, but the gods are really just the planets and what they represented to man. So it really helps you interpret your life. Like I find that if I'm really observant of my life, I can tell when planets are in alignment with me just by looking in like what I view. Like, oh, here's a video on YouTube. Oh, Saturn was in the back. Oh, Saturn's in my sign. No fucking way. Like Venus, I see Venus in the sky, or I see Venus over here, and it's like, oh, Venus is in my sign. I should check that out. You know what I mean? These are,
or it's in alignment. Like
there's there's all kinds of things that, like the eclipse of the moon over the sun last night. It was amazing. Or in the morning. It was in the morning on the 3rd. But yeah, just let's get into this. Like psychedelics, I think can unlock the potential of human mind. Like just everything you could possibly think of. We could do absolutely anything. And you think bonding with machines is the way to go.
I think...
Have I changed your perspective?
Here's what I think. The power of psychedelics will evolve man into our next thing. Because that's how we became man. Lower primates, well, Stone Ape Theory, Terence McKenna. That's what I subscribe to, and how we came to be. But anyway, through that process, I feel that psychedelics could evolve us, but it would take 10,000 years, just like it took our lower hominids. And I feel that technology is going to involve us within the next 40 years.
No, bro. Listen. There is, just like technology, psychedelics have evolved from what they once were. There was mushrooms before, and that was the natural route.
But I mean, once you do so much, you know, you end up like...
No, DMT is not the... Nope, not DMT. That's not the way, because it already is produced in your brain. So all it does is give you a flow of that same drug that's already in your brain. Everything else is kind of adding a receptor to your brain,
right.
But pure DMT is just fueling the fire of your fucking super imagination.
Right.
It's your imagination. That's why that's what connects us with the soul realm. That's what connects us with the spirit. That's what connects with these higher vibrations of being. It's the imagination that can pierce through reality, and you can look through a different lens at any time. Like right now, I can imagine like a 20-ton weight falling on your head and you smashing through the ground. That's imagination. Like that, me creating a whole different reality that I just saw kind of in my mind. You know what I mean? Like that's a whole different reality I just created out of nothingness using the imagination. And that's what you use when you're in meditative states. It's just a fuel for that imagination. It just goes wild. You don't see anything, so you're not taking any intake in, so it's just going whatever you want to see, dude. Like, and it's not really whatever you want to see. Everybody really sees the same thing, because once you meditate enough, it's all about, like, what is behind matter? What is this? What is the deepest level of this? Because you're looking into yourself.
Right.
You realize that you can't find any answers out here. There's nothing you can... Everything will help you out here, or hurt you, depending on which perspective you want to view it from. But once you gain so much knowledge out here, the only place you can go is in here. Right. That's it. Like, once you gain knowledge about the world, it's all time to come inside, because that's where the true wisdom comes from. It doesn't come from outside. Knowledge comes from outside. Distraction comes from outside. Wisdom comes from inside. But the fucked up thing about it is we already are inside ourselves.
But wisdom comes from the outside, too.
No. True wisdom comes from inside yourself. You are your own teacher. You are the only teacher that is ever going to teach yourself to do anything other than what you're doing right now. I don't care if you have the greatest teacher in the world. If you're not a willing student, which is all a willing student is a teacher, just waiting to be a teacher. Right. For yourself, because you're teaching yourself through. That teacher may show you the techniques, but unless you put those into practice, you're not going to evolve.
Shit's not going to work.
Exactly. And that's a big message for all you listeners out there. So if you don't put anything you want into practice, it's never going to evolve into what you want it to be. If it's just a thought, if it's just a thought in your mind, you I could draw a picture, I could do a movie, or I could do a cool vine that would, like, catch on and blah blah blah, and you never do it, then it's never going to get seen. No. You know what I mean? You might as well do it. I'd rather get laughed at by a fucking million people and you have them see my video than never get seen in the beginning. Yep. Exactly. You know what I mean? Because here's another theory I want to get into. Everybody seems to be integrating with technology as they're doing, like, YouTube videos, and they're doing Vines, and they're doing podcasts. Is this a new way? Is this a way for technology to absorb, like, human beings? Like, is AI already happening? And is technology already observing us? That's what's observing us. Technology. It's already that field of energy. It's technology. It's already observing us, and it's
Do you want
and it's, like, integrating us into it before it destroys us. Yeah. And I maybe nature and water, that's all was just designed, and it's just a form of technology. Like, water is just nanobots.
I think technology is the super hyper intelligence of the galaxy, of the universe.
It is. Well, this universe, because we're in a fucking game. It's ones and zeros. But maybe outside of that game, it's a totally different reality that we can't even put ourselves on.
It's ones and zeros because the programmer made it ones and zeros.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. We made it. We are the programmers. Yes. We jumped in this game to take the ride and to have this experience. That's why
I'm... start over.
Yeah, to learn. It's to learn a different way. See if we could have evolved a different way, probably. I don't know why it is. I don't know why we're here. I don't want to claim to know that. Everybody has their own reasons for being here, you know what I mean?
Has their own,
But I think the baseline reason for being here on Earth is to experience, and to observe, and to learn. And if you're not doing those things, then you're not living. You're not truly living. If you're going day by day, and every day is looking the same, then that means you're not living. You're not alive. If you're not having
fun, you're not truly living either.
Well, fun is important, too, but experience is more important. Because even if you have a horrible experience in your life, the most horrible ever you could think of, that's not fun at all, you can learn so much about it and about yourself that it can happen.
But same goes with fun as well.
You can have fun, but fun can be forgotten. I've had fun at football games that I can't even remember. I've had fun at, like, something that was okay to me. I was like, oh yeah, this is good laughs are always important. Don't get me wrong, but the experience of all situations is way more important than fun, because you have every experience. An experience is just like, I just label that as, like, one day. You know what I mean? So there is fun throughout the day. Fun is a good thing to have. You're looking upward is definitely a good perspective to have.
Yes.
But experience is the one thing we truly need.
That's all it is. You just gotta.
It is.
Gotta balance. Everything.
It's duality, but it's oneness. It's duality, but it's oneness. It's all in one.
Yes.
Ones and zeros, dude.
It's all together now. It's
all together now.
It's all.
But this podcast, ooh, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Please comment below if you're liking this at this moment. If you want to hear anything different, if
like we're gonna be able.
No,
to,
I'm just saying. Next time, if you want to hear anything different, or if this is interesting, if you're honestly already taking these practices into account, if you're already doing this stuff, if you want to start doing this stuff, if you want to message me about any of this stuff on psychedelics, I could really help people to understand what it does and like how it affects the mind and how meditation affects the mind, and some really good pointers on meditation. I mean, I'm not trying to teach and preach, but I kind of am, because I really want to spread this information. That's the whole reason I started this podcast, is to connect with multiple minds so we could all fuel this energy that's going to change the world. Boom.
Yeah.
Boom. You know what I'm saying? Boom.
Yeah.
But let's get into some fun little topics. Hot coffee. You just watched it. I want to hear about it. Let's go.
Hot coffee documentary.
Hot coffee documentary. Tell me.
It's an HBO documentary. Obviously, they are the best.
Yeah.
It's about. Well, it starts out about the McDonald's lawsuit, where the one lady sued McDonald's for $2 million over spilled hot coffee, and then the documentary is really about the like the civil justice system and how it's like so fucked, and how like there's laws and clauses to protect corporations from like accidents, whether it's employees or customers, whatever have you, and like even if you do sue and you like get it in court and say like your damages are like $5 or $10 million, the most that you can get is $2 million.
Yeah, but besides money, I want to get it. You had that interesting story about that lady that was put in that labor camp with Halliburton or whatever it was.
Oh no, she worked for Halliburton when she was 19 years old. They flew her to Iraq, so because Halliburton, they go rebuild countries we decided to blow up. So anyway, she was in Iraq rebuilding.
And they make the country owe them for that, so then
Yes.
they get their politicians in over there in that country and control the country and all its resources.
Yes.
Boom.
Yes. But anyway, she was working for Halliburton, and she was housed with 400 people in a barracks. 400 men, mind you. She was the only female. So things started happening, all this craziness. So she told her superiors 3 times. Nothing major happened yet, anyway. She told her superiors, 3 times that things are going on and she feels uncomfortable and all this, you know what I'm saying, and nothing happened. And then eventually one night she was drugged and raped, and then she went to her superiors about it and told them about it, and then they took her to the doctor, they put her in a holding cell with an armed guard for 24 hours. And the United States government had to come in and, like, rescue her. And she's been trying to sue Halliburton since 2006.
Yeah, but isn't it fucked up that the United States government is Halliburton?
Yes.
So Halliburton just hired his own armed guards to come in there and look like the government was rescuing her, so they would get more credibility behind it. Boom.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's exactly why. What the fuck do you mean? There's all that stuff coming in about that LAX shooting now. Oh, I love it. I fucking love it, dude.
The Army came and saved her.
I fucking love it, dude.
The Army, not fucking Halliburton.
Okay.
Special ops.
Yeah, but still, the Army is just a wing under Halliburton. Are you kidding me? He controls everything, so he can just call up that order. Are you kidding
But anyway,
me?
it's a great documentary. I recommend it to everybody. It shows the exploitative holes in the civil justice system and how the Bush administration passed 3 huge sweeping laws against, quote, frivolous lawsuits that protects corporations from people that get hurt by one of their products in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah. Like you see all those things where...
And what's real interesting
the
about
medicine...
this documentary, it doesn't make these people out to be, like, criminals and they're just after the money. Like, 95% of these people that sue corporations are looking for just to pay what their medical insurance couldn't pay. That's all they're looking for, and the corporations won't even give them that.
Well, that's all really to protect cigarette companies, because people could sue for cancer. Well, they can't, but because they print it on the box.
Here's what's crazy. Like, the documentary even goes in deeper that Philip Morris like funded all these projects. You know, all these tort reforms. That's what they're called. It's a tort reform.
Dude, it's all just fucked up there. It's all corrupted at the top. It's just I hand
So
this paper
corrupt.
down to you, and I don't care what you fucking think it says. Whatever it says, sign it. Just sign it. You're getting paid this much money. Sign it. And they're like, all right, whatever. You know what I mean? It could be the worst fucking laws you ever heard of, and they're just like, you're making over $200,000 a year, right? Oh yeah, fuck yeah. You just gave me that bonus last year.
Yeah.
All right, well, you're gonna be protected. Don't worry about this bill. It's only gonna fuck with the lower class. Now let's just pass all this shit. You know what I mean? It's become a point where it's ridiculous, dude. It's ridiculous how there's no equality.
It's more
anymore.
than ridiculous.
Yeah,
Let's be real.
and people don't even realize it. That's the shocking part. My dad still watches TV and doesn't even realize what's going on right behind his back. It's just like, how are these people so blind? And I even listen, I listen to Pandora for music, you know what I mean? Because it's good music. And if you want to know what music I listen to, it's like more, God is an astronaut.
Can't they just follow you on Pandora in your playlist?
No, I don't think so.
I think they can.
I don't think they can.
Maybe they can.
Because I don't have the same thing. But,
know.
just hit me up if you want any music recommendations. But I'm just telling you, the, instrumentals are the way to go, because you can have free thought throughout the song instead of having someone else's voice overlaid. But what I was getting back to is their advertisements are so cheap and so crappy nowadays. I don't know how you're getting lured in by this. And I can see where I was back in the day, where my third eye wasn't open, where my perception wasn't open. I was just like, oh yeah, that sounds like a good show to watch. Ha, that was a funny commercial. But the commercials nowadays are just getting stupider and stupider and stupider. And it's like,
stupid.
and it's like, because this great consciousness is evolving outward, it's easier for me, at least, to see the reality breaking down in front of me. Literally breaking down to where shit looks way more fake than it ever looked before. You know what I mean? Movies look more fake. TV looks more fake. You can tell when someone's completely lying their ass off on TV when they're like trying to tell a story. Like I wanted to get into that LAX shooting, dude. They were showing like the body. It was like they had like fake blood near it and shit. It was so crappy. Like it was just another false flag just to get TSA agents armed and to make it harder to fly and more expensive.
Oh, dude. Believe me.
That's all it is, dude. They're just trying to fuel the fire again. And if people can't realize this, after all this free media has gotten released, like, it's ridiculous. Like, they just do it over and over again. Do the same fucking thing. And I can point it out 100 times, and it's been pointed out. If you just go research false flags throughout history that America has done, you can just see every single one. And yet they still do the same thing, and it still works.
So many.
They just like, oh, this method still works. We'll just false flag like that Boston Marathon. That was another, like, where they blew up. They blamed those two kids and killed them and blamed it on this. Like, we have to put the security level up and blah blah blah, and we have to pay for more war because look what's happening. You know what I mean? We have to pay for these bombers and these cameras because people are infiltrating. You see, you have to fear the people because no, you don't. The people pointing fingers at the people are the real criminals. You know what I mean? Those are the real criminals.
Well,
the
that's
people
what they
that want to
want you to
lock
do.
people up in cages for like smoking a joint or stupid shit like that. You know what I mean? And not reforming anybody at all. What you're doing by locking people in cages is you're just making them better criminals. Like, and if you just lock up innocent people like the people that smoke weed, it's just wrong, dude.
That's what they want to happen. They want it to be Escape from New York, Escape from LA. Dude, they want that.
That's so fucked up, dude. Why?
They want it to be fucking...
They want it to be chaos.
Thunderdome.
They just want it to bleed.
You know?
They just want to bleed out the system until it's dry and then leave us here to rot.
Exactly, dude. Mad Max and Thunderdome.
They just want to be like, all right, we got everything we need from these people. We got gold, we got this, we got that. We got everything we need, all the smart people. Let's get the fuck off this planet and leave these fuckers behind.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That's what it's truly coming to.
Dude, that happened in Mass Effect.
Dude, there's a lot of games that play it out. There's a lot of movies that play it out. If you can't tell there's a connection between games and movies and what's coming next in our experience, in our human experience, then you are fucking blind. It's been coming out for years now. Usually the procession of everything is like 100 years before, you know what I mean? Or maybe even more, maybe 1,000.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But the things throughout time have been saying something great is going to happen right now throughout time. And there's been like UFO sightings and all kinds of report and people's going on DMT and seeing different dimensions, understanding realities in a different way and interpreting them a different way. This this time to be alive. I know why I reincarnated at this time in life. I know why I came to this point in life. Maybe I didn't reincarnate. Maybe it was the first time I incarnated in this life. But I know why I entered this game. I know why I stepped in here, because it's going to be the craziest fucking experience I've ever had in my life. Everything's going to go fine. Everything's going to go good, because I just have upward spirits towards it, and I feel it through the vibration and the frequency that if you just put out good images and good volume and good vibrations and good everything, then you'll just reflect that back onto yourself. You won't have anything to worry about, because it literally mirrors you. So the world if the world mirrors you, then everything will just get better for you if you send out positive vibrations. And I found in my experience that that's absolutely what happens every time. It's the most key to observe that the world is just a mirror to everything you give off to it. So if you see somebody that's down, imagine if you yourself were down, or you know what I mean. It's the way you treat people. It's the way. And that's what I get back to meditation on that, because if you meditate after the day, you can replay your life and be able to go back and see what you did wrong that day. Not really wrong, but in your current mind state where you could have been like a better person.
Acted better.
And yeah, absolutely. And you can learn to fix it. And it's just an experience to fix yourself, dude. It's everything. It's everything. It's the best game we ever invented. That's all I have.
Best game ever.
It's the best game ever.
But there's good games out there, like The Wolf Among Us. Amazing.
What?
Yeah, you don't even know about that, do you?
I don't. I've been too busy playing War Thunder in my free time.
Dude, War Thunder is sick, dude. I've been playing War Thunder. Do you have anyone at level 3 so we can, like, fucking
No, I have all 5 and a 7.
All 5 and a 7.
Yeah, so you need to get up to those levels.
At least level 5.
Yeah.
Who do you have at level 5?
Everybody but Britain.
Britain's level 7.
Yeah.
Alright.
They're kicking.
That works.
They're kicking ass.
No, but The Wolf Among Us, dude. You need to at least watch a playthrough for it on YouTube.
Dude, everybody here right now needs to pause this video and watch a playthrough for the Stick of Truth.
Oh, you mean the trailer?
Yeah.
The new trailer.
Oh my god, it's amazing.
It's so good.
It's so fucking good, dude. If you love South Park, be prepared to be entertained.
Well, it looks like the best game ever made, and it's made by Bethesda.
It's always good to have good experiences in your life, to where you're just letting go with like any game. Or
either way.
Bethesda or Obsidian, who knows?
Whoever,
you know what Obsidian is?
Obsidian made KOTOR, but Bethesda made BioWare. No, fuck, dude, I don't know. Bethesda, BioWare, and Obsidian. I always mix up. So it's either 3 of those studios. They're all good studios. BioWare makes Mass Effect. Obsidian made the KOTOR 2 and like Fallout and Fallout New Vegas, and Bethesda made Fallout 3 and KOTOR 1.
Oh, but...
And that's why Fallout New Vegas is better, because...
Dude, fuck both those games on the PS3. Suck my yanger. You know what I'm saying? Like, ridiculous. PC, ridiculous. They just always froze and always messed up, and there's always glitches.
Can you play that game multiplayer?
Absolutely ridiculous. What, Fallout?
Fallout New Vegas.
I don't think so. I don't think Fallout was ever a multiplayer game. It's an amazing game. Don't get me wrong. It just, on the PS3, it just was crap at running.
Borderlands, never mind.
Borderlands is fun. It's more run and gun. I like more of a slow approach to my. If I'm gonna get into a strategy game, but that's just like
Steam,
that's like sitting. Dude, you got to get in the zone to do that. That's after you do like.
That's
for me. That's after I do like a week.
Shooting and looting.
A week of hard work, or like hard working out, or mental activity. Then I'm like, all right, now I can sit back for like 4 hours and just like go through some caves and
shooting and looting.
Read books and diaries of these people in this game. But then it's like...
Oh, dude, I can't wait to play Skyrim again.
Oh, I was playing Skyrim the other day.
No, but The Wolf Among Us, what I was getting back into.
Yeah.
You definitely either need to buy this game or watch a playthrough online. The first episode is up right now.
Who would you recommend to watch playthroughs on?
Force Strategy does an awesome, a very intelligent...
We're not getting paid for these, by the way.
Yeah. We're not paying them either. These are just shameless plugs.
Yep, shameless plugs.
Force does a very professional playthrough of it. If you want more of a laid-back look at it, you want to check out Video Games' awesome playthrough of it, Video game's awesome. Playthrough of it is way longer than Force. Force beats the first episode in 4 videos. I think the longest video is like 38 minutes. And video game's awesome. It takes them like almost 4 hours to beat the first episode, but they kind of derp around for a second. But anyway.
Derp.
But yeah, it's really good.
Oh, so Fantasy League just started up for all you listeners out there. They're on the Fantasy League, so yeah, it's fucking gonna be amazing.
Fantasy League.
Get some. No, I don't really care about it, but it'll be cool. I mean, I do kind of care.
I'm already up 8-0 in our league.
What?
Already up 8-0.
Bullshit.
Yep, and you are losing 6-1 already.
Oh, dude, I told you the person I'm facing, amazing team, but I have nobody playing today.
Exactly.
Tomorrow is my day that gets it in.
Exactly.
Tomorrow and the next day.
That's like
and
right now.
my trades still haven't taken effect, so but it's cool. I mean, I don't know.
It'll be fun, dude. You just need to...
Dude, I can't wait. Tomorrow, gonna be amazing. Got the flyers printed up.
Yes, we have the flyers printed up. Let me make sure I'm in frame for this. Okay.
Yeah, you showed them before.
I know, but we're showing them again.
Yeah, fuck yeah. I'm gonna be handing out these flyers. So if you see me, say hello. If you're going to the march, you know what I mean.
Or if
I don't know if you'll recognize me.
If you were at the march and now you're seeing these flyers, welcome, hi, thank you for coming.
Yeah,
because this is obviously the first episode they're gonna see.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, yeah. If you're seeing this now, then congratulations, you have found the secret knowledge.
The secret knowledge.
No, you found a good show to laugh to, and that we're gonna actually discuss topics that actually matter to mankind. You know what I mean? Not the topics that get discussed in a boardroom.
We're just gonna talk about shit that no one talks about.
Yes.
How about that?
Yeah.
And we're gonna have fun and tell jokes.
Yep. Absolutely.
And not be PC. So if you're looking for a PC show, I'm sorry, but it gets weird up in here.
Yeah. It gets yeah. Well, we're gonna
let's just end this right now.
Yeah, we're gonna
been gone.
Yeah,
we've been gone for like a little bit.
Yeah, we're gonna end this. But
we just wanted to get the new studio, make sure it's working, cameras, microphone, hi.
Yeah.
Like,
all right.
We got flyers.
Well, you wanna zone this out with some music?
Yeah, I'll
gonna end this out with a little bit of this. With a little bit of this. Boom boom shakalaka, ding dong. Yeah, it's good to see y'all. Peace out.
Peace out, guys.
It's good being here.